Keep going.
Additional Black Hand units are on their way. Adiós!
Punched a hole right in the Black Hand surveillance network.
Mierda.
Punch through your target. Don't stop where you think you're going to.
Not use them. Either way, the target goes down. I still can't believe what I saw him do in El Abismo. It was incredible.
Running low on a...
sharpshooter. I'm a seamstress, but I'm happy to pull my weight. I've got your back. What is that?
My pequeñas. They've changed so much. I don't know where I went wrong with my Gabriela.
Sometimes family can surprise you.
Is that why you say your father was not a good man?
He was one of the chief architects of a weapon of mass destruction.
Not when we started, Rico. Project Iyapa was meant to save lives. Imagine the ability to disperse tornadoes before they formed. To bring rain to drought-stricken areas.
Espinosa seems to have another agenda.
Oscar. He thought his father was squandering his family's fortune on this altruistic project. When he took over, he changed our direction. He wanted us to weaponize Iyapa's technology so he could sell it to the highest bidder. Go help me with this, por favor. But once we were working on a weapons project, your father stopped his work, and he left Solís at once. Oscar sent my own daughter, my Gabriela, to arrest me. My niece thought I was dead. So I ended up here, still working on a weather weapon, but now from a cell.
You've been working on Zona Uno this whole time.
I have indeed.
You ready, Tio?
I believe so. Yes.
Kill the lights.
So, you have a plan, Lanza?
As I said, I've been working on Zona Uno. Your father's departure sent Oscar back a decade. The bastard needed my help just to recover the time he lost. But I also built in a flaw.
Flaw?
A flaw that will allow us to access the core. But first, we need to get into Zona Uno. Its core was our first major breakthrough in weather modification. We thought the best place to test your father's theory was the desert. The result was total control of a sandstorm.
We're taking the train.
We rode the train every day into Zona Uno. The sandstorms made travel difficult, but the tracks are still there.
If we weight the train down enough, the winds of the sandstorm won't affect it.
Exactly, Mira.
You'll need some heavy armor.
There are armored trains at Estacion Atalaya. We can probably get something there.
We should be able to retrofit a standard train chassis. From Grand Central, we should be able to secure a train without too much trouble. Then we just need a place to do the adjustments, somewhere near Zona Uno.
Estacion Perdida.
Estacion Perdida. We can do the work there.
I think we have a train.
That gets us into Zona Uno. But what happens when we get there? What's this flaw?
The shielding there is segmented.
I positioned it to Oscar as a failsafe.
For ventilation?
The shield opens to ventilate the sandstorm core if it overheats.
And once the shield is open?
That's where it gets interesting. Once the shield is open, I will need to personally climb the structure and manually release the locking clamps on the shield. Then we should be able to dismantle the power...
What if we put a giant gun on the train instead?
A giant gun.
See, we shoot the armor once it's ventilated.
The force of a large artillery shell should be sufficient to dislodge the shielding once it's been opened and leave the core intact.
Well, what, you hadn't thought of that, Tio?
Where do we get a gun like that?
Prospero Torretas. They put some high-caliber weaponry on their turrets.
And once we shut off the armor,
The core will be exposed. I'll hack in and disable one of Yappa's defense notes.
okay. Let's get started.
Always makes me feel like I could take on a dozen black and bastardos.
Seen you, no? You're a sharpshooter.
I'm a seed. I got your back.
¿Qué diablo? He's fast!
I never thought of it. Seeing you always makes me take on a dozen black and bastardos. ¿Vas with family, hermano?
¿Qué más, man?
That's one day.
I still can't believe what I saw him do in LA. It was incredible. He can do them either way. We're just lucky to show up. No one was doing anything.
Let's roll. Too easy. Phew.
manufacturing center for powerful AI-controlled turrets and defense cannons. And if we take that factory, we can cut off the Black Hand supply.
Lost contact with enemy. Regroup.
Looks like they're using some of those cannons to protect the factory.
Makes sense if you think about it, huh?
Acknowledged. Intruder on site. All units engage.
Find and flip those defense cannons breakers. That should power them down. Once they're disabled, we'll send in a specialist who can reprogram the cannon control systems to target the Black Hand instead of us.
Hostile in our area of operation.
Copy on hostile contact. Free to engage.
Helicopter inbound. Heading to AO.
Yeah, that'll do. That's one cannon powered down.
We have an intruder on site. Engage.
Just one more left. That's the last cannon.
Bien. Got a kid waiting down the road. He can help you hack into those systems, Rico.
Hi, Senor Rodriguez. How can you get here and I'll run out?
All Black Hand unit. Stand by for more intel.
Nice ride.
We've lost the target. Stand down for now.
Coming!
Oiga, what now?
All done here, I guess. Going back.
Buenas, Senor Rodriguez. Excited to work with you.
Likewise.
So there's 3 control centers in the factory. Just drive me to each one and I'll reprogram those turrets.
Deal.
Easy. I got this.
Hostile hasn't re-engaged.
Vaya con Dios.